Okay, Deadly Vino Gibbs, he needs it. He needs help scoring inside of the 10-yard line. You got a little play for him. Our people are struggling in the red zone. What do we have? What do we think we can...
Sure. Let's move the rock up. Let's move the rock. The red zone, very difficult to score in.
High points last year were the way to go. This year, maybe not as much. People maybe not quite throwing them. If you had, kind of one play on the line, what would you go with?
I like to still go with the high point in the back of the end zone.
You like the edge of the world dance.
I like the edge of the world dance. But let me show you this on a single back wing pair. This is a similar formation to the gun wing pair in the Seahawks playbook, and it's the same routes, so it actually works pretty well here. So what I like about this is you get a couple end of the world routes, and you force a couple things that your opponent does. Number one, you force a hard flat. You're probably going to have a hard flat.
Right.
Because
there's no point in having anything
We'll call
else.
it spade a spade. They're probably going to have a hard flat.
Right.
But say they don't. Go cover 3 Mabel for me real quick. Say they don't and just get cloud flats out there, whatever. So cover 3 Mabel and just get cloud flats out there. Seam flat, just hit cover double up. Perfect, thank you. So say they don't have them out there, right? This route to Cardona on the edge is a snap. The flat was there, whatever. I think it was a curl flat, now they're cloud flat, but that's fine. But the point is this: if they were to blitz, if they're in a blitzing defense, that would probably be a better example. That's a snap throw. Like, you better have a guy out there. Man to man, no, because he's manned up. So just go to a cover 3 real quick. Just blitz the appropriate guys. That's cover 2.
Let's see where we're at here.
And just blitz Webb. Yeah. So the idea is this: if they don't have a route over there to defend it, that's an option. Cardona doesn't have stone hands,
I
but
think he's a long snapper.
that's the purpose of what that is there for.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next thing off this, I want to go to Gronkowski or Allen. What ends up happening is your opponent has to now decide which one they want to go to. So if you bail and break on Allen, I now have Gronk right over the middle of the field, late from the cut, and then you get him a high point pass. That's going to happen. But when you go back to the well on this, you end up reaping
it's hard to use her too because he gets really deep. It's not like a short one where you can get underneath with Moses. Like, it's really hard to walk that tightrope on the back, on that back line with Gronk.
Even if you do user it, you still can throw it, and they have to be in a perfect position. So now here's what happens: if now you go user Gronk in this instance, I now have Allen who's going to run the back of the world route. Right, he gets there and he's right there. He's back of the world.
It's like a trail.
Correct. I need a taller guy there. Allen's not the dude. He's not tall enough to animate there. But the idea is you have now 2 routes that are really difficult for them to get in that deep part of the field, and that's what I want to stress about what I like about this play, because you get 2 options, and then of course you have the underneath drag if all else fails.
Smart route those or no?
Don't smart route them. I just let them run deep in the end zone there. So that's the idea: is you just kind of read where they went, and then you just throw the other guy that's not there.
Let me try and user one on Gronk.
Okay.
I just want to.
It's a lot easier to use her this year.
Yeah.
It really is.
Remember, high point is LB, and then up on the D-pad. So, or up on the left stick. So you're LB, and then you up on the left stick. Make sure you don't down on the left stick. You'd be in big trouble.
See, even you're using it, but you still aren't able to get there in time because it gets on you there. And let's not forget, you also have this route here too. Like if they do vacate that part of the field, like
oh yeah, right underneath, because if they back up too far, that's where you expect to see those routes come in. Now, question: do you aggressive catch it? Do you just let the computer catch it? Do you possession catch it?
I just throw a high point and let the computer.
Be careful to possession catch it, because sometimes if you throw a high point and you
that's the animation you want. That if you get that animation, you threw it right.
Yeah, that's.
On the RB route.
If you go to possession and it's a high point, like in the seam a lot, like you won't get the animation. You got to go aggressive. I find. So
right there.
That's the one you want. Try that out. Look for routes that go to that back end zone, then high point them. Those are pretty good.
I'll give you another example. Like, so you see these routes. We'll show you another one right here. Shout out to D Stew, right? So if you go right here, you go to where is it? You go tight slots, right? And then this play right here. Wide flood and tight slots. It's the same idea as what we had. So if you take a look at the route that Cooks isn't the guy because he's not tall, but it's the same idea, same with the Gronk route. They're going to get to the end of the world. They're going to run the end of the world route, and then you throw them the ball.
Yeah.
I will say you got to be very careful that the route doesn't stem too far. You have to get into practice mode and try these, because this route looks like it's stemming out of bounds. Like he runs it here, and like I think he stepped out of bounds, and now that's illegal touching. That's why I like the other play better. The other play, the guy doesn't, they don't run out of bounds. Some of these dragon routes, they run out of bounds this year. So just keep that in mind.
So that's an area you can definitely attack.
See, Gronk runs out of bounds there too. So that's not a great play, but it's the same idea.
The other thing I do is you said inside the 10, right? So if I'm at the 8, I like to run the ball to get to the 4.
Yeah.
So that I can call this play.
All right.
If if I'm at the 5 or in, I know I can scramble in with the quarterback up the middle, like pretty quickly. But I know if I'm at the 8, I can't scramble because the zones will like run away.
Right.
So those are little tricks and tactics. Like scoring in the red zone is just trinkets. It's nothing real. Like, yeah, you can schematically win in the red zone with a flat, like, but it's more just having little like things you can get away with and do. Like, that's what I find the easiest way to score in the red zone is getting comfortable in a playbook. That's what goes away from me when I go to a new playbook. Worse than anything else is just scoring in the red zone.
I'm telling you, this play, if you, if you're in Seattle offense, I know a lot of guys are that are watching this show because we speak so highly of it. Seattle has the same play in their playbook. It's just in the gun formation, which actually makes it better because you can run a little bit better from it. So it's really good. It's a really good way. It's really hard for them to defend all of it, right? Like it's really difficult.